Judy!
She's sleeping. She must be exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, she just keeled over. Wasn't expecting that.
I bet she watched over Baul the entire time he was evolving. She probably didn't get much sleep. She probably had no idea when the hunting blades would attack either.
She was putting up a brave front, but she must have been near the end of her rope.
She's just dumb. She doesn't know how to express what she's feeling.
We can finish talking with her tomorrow. We should let her sleep now. In fact, I wouldn't mind a little shut-eye myself.
Jesus Christ, Baul, you are massive. And not only that, he is flying the Fierta. That is exactly like the fucking opening to the game. Holy crap, I was wondering when we were gonna get to this part. Man, that is awesome.
We still haven't heard Judy's side, so we can't say anything, but she sure caused the guild a major headache, breaking Blastias all on her own. There's no getting around that fact, no matter what her reasons. We have to settle this. Man, I hate waiting.
Oh, you'll get over it, Yuri. I really don't want to talk to anyone because I know I'm going to have to read. Man. Are you thinking about Judy? Yeah, I'm wondering what we should do about her. It's true that she broke the guild's laws and betrayed us. I always thought that a guild's strict adherence to its own laws was what kept it together. That there could be no exceptions, no lenience for those who would break the laws. But she did what she said. She did what she did to save the world. Judith is destroying Blastia, but she knows it's the right thing to do, even if it makes people hate her. Yep. Judith didn't break our laws in order to do something bad. I know this now. I'm going to talk with her about it and give it some more thought. I'll figure this out eventually. Oh yeah? Maybe if I become a little bit more decisive, Nan will listen to me too. I'm sure she will, Carol. This fucking music! Holy crap! I love this music. Oh, Yuri. Sorry to interrupt while you're thinking. Ever since I took Belias's life without meaning to, I've wanted to know what it means to be the child of the full moon so that the same doesn't happen again. I always thought that it was my duty to know. But after what happened to Belias, that's how everyone is. They do something, they learn. They do something else, they learn more. You too, Yuri? Yeah. Maybe if I had known everything ahead of time, I wouldn't have made any mistakes. There's only one way I can say for sure. What's that? Maybe you wouldn't have made any mistakes, but it sure would have been boring. I really wonder. So does an old man past his prime fit into the picture at all? What are you whining about, old man? What are you past your prime? What Judith is talking about before, Hermes Blastia, was it? Blastia created with techniques that should have been lost in the war are still active. You know what that means? Do you know what this means? I guess someone who survived the war brought either Blastia or those techniques back with him. If that person was still using the Blastia even though he knew it was harmful to the Earth, someone like that would have been quite a villain indeed. Oh man, don't tell me you... Hey now, your Shirley was nothing but innocent youth on the straight and narrow back then. I wouldn't do something like that even on my worst day. Huh, I was just trying to trick you into giving yourself away. You're a slippery one. Son of a... When are you gonna learn some respect for your elders? I'm so glad this thing can fly. Plus, it's autopilot. It's a piece of cake. I'm pretty sure you're not too pleased about that in reality, are you, bud? Is that the core from the Ceres Blastia that Judy destroyed? Yeah, it's definitely cut with a different formula than usual ones. It looks like what she said was true. She said she wasn't too good at lying after all. To discover what the new techniques you created was bad for the world, after what must have been years of research, I can't imagine how the person who created Hermes' technique must have felt. Well, what if it had been you? If I found out that it hurt the Earth, I would have to do something about it. But I wouldn't destroy the Blastia like that. What the? Nothing. If only things weren't so complicated. I could have just blasted her into oblivion and been done with it. Rita. Thank you. She's sound asleep. Let's let her sleep a bit longer.
Morning, Yuri.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning, but even as we stand here, the air is out of balance. And our world may already be dying.
That's right.
Well, look who's feeling better.
In the past, these slight fluctuations of the air have not negatively affected our world. There have always been beings who maintain the balance by sensing changes in the airflow. Beings like Pharaoh and Baul, the Entelekea.
So the Entelekea were responsible for keeping the air balanced.
For ages, the Entelekea have regulated the air, but the recent increase has been greater than they could control.
Which is being caused by the Hermes Blastia.
And which is also why you were going around taking down as many of them as you could.
Yes, that was my mission. The path I walk with Baul, to whom I owe my life.
The path you walk.
Now some would even hunt the Entelekea for Apatheia. This has made the mission of the Entelekea even more difficult.
Why is everybody so crazy about these Apatheia anyway?
I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The air an Entelekea absorbs becomes condensed within its body over time. When its life is at an end, that condensed air forms a crystal, an Apatheia. That's all I know. I imagine Pharaoh could shed more light on the subject, though.
So Apatheia are crystals of concentrated air. If that's true and the energy could be extracted from the Apatheia, it would be a source of overwhelming power, I'm sure.
Could we really do that?
I don't know.
I bet somebody wants to use these things for the wrong reasons.
Why didn't you just tell us all this from the beginning?
Seriously, we could have avoided all this trouble if you just talked to us. Am I wrong?
Even if you had known, there are things not even you could have prevented.
What do you mean?
I showed up at Heliord because Baul had sensed a disturbance in the air. Where there was a disturbance, there was sure to be a Hermes Blastia. But what I found there was not a Blastia, it was a person. That had never happened before.
So it wasn't like you were looking for Estelle in particular back at Heliord.
Yet for some reason, Baul perceived Estelle as a disturbance in the air. I had to find out why. For the sake of the path I've chosen. It was at that time that Pharaoh first appeared. He seemed to have some idea who Estelle was. My mission was to destroy all the Hermes Blastia. However, Estelle was obviously not a Blastia. I needed to make absolutely certain. I made a deal with Pharaoh, and he agreed to grant me some time.
You mean...
If it became apparent that her existence posed too great a threat, then I would kill her.
You what?
Settle down. Obviously, Judith reached a different conclusion.
All right, I get it.
Belius said you possess a heart of compassion. If you can communicate that to Pharaoh somehow, you may learn what you should do.
Hey, there's no real reason for you to fight Pharaoh anymore, right? I mean, we know the Hermes Blastia are what's causing the problem and everything. If we just make sure the Apatheia don't fall into the wrong hands...
I still want to meet Pharaoh. I want to hear what he has to tell me.
But...
Please try to understand. I have to know more about myself, and take responsibility for who I am.
all right.
Sorry, Yuri. I don't think we can decide what to do about Judith right away.
I promise not to leave again until things have been settled, as you said. I need to accept that responsibility myself.
Let's go and find Pharaoh. We'll finally be getting around to one of the first things we set out to do. We can work out the rest once this is finished.
There is a rocky crag in the center of the sands of Kogor. That is where Pharaoh lives. Baul can take us there.
Okay, let's go. This meeting's been a long time coming.
I can communicate with Baul, but there are still a few things you should know.
Like what?
Baul can only land on the ground in wide, open spaces. So you won't be able to dismount on steep mountain ranges or in narrow canyons.
Can't he land on water?
Water's no good either.
Really? He looks like he'd be a good swimmer.
Yeah, he'd sink like a rock.
Huh. Who knew?
But that's why we have a ship, right?
Right. If you'd like to get down onto the ocean, let me know. Baul will set our ship down there for us.
Okay, but what should we do when we want to fly again?
Use Baul's horn to call him to you.
Bowels. That's all there is to it?
Every Intellekea has a special region in its brain that can be used for communication with a special power Critians possess.
Huh. So we can get a hold of him by using that.
Right.
So I'm guessing controlling Baul is just the same as controlling the boat, pretty much. Also, as a request to one of the viewers, someone asked me to change Judith's costume back to her original, so I will do that. Also, apparently the canteens are, accessories. So, let me give his... So, yeah. Also, his is in his hand for whatever reason. I think that's his. No, where's his? Oh, it's right there on his belt. I see it. Then Judith is right there. Alright. I think I actually want... I think I'm going to give her the antenna guard again, because I like that. It matches her clothes. Or what little clothes she has now. Either way.
Judith, you're familiar with Pharaoh, aren't you?
Is he really as scary as he seems?
Well, let's see. Sometimes he's logical, sometimes he's emotional. He can be really scary or really kind.
Alright, that didn't help very much.
One thing's certain, his power's extraordinary, even among the Intellekea.
Here's hoping we don't wind up looking like poor old Mount Temsa the moment we meet him.
If he can do that to a mountain, there wouldn't be anything left if he turned on us.
I wish you wouldn't joke about scary things like that.
Why should we get scared before we even get there? Especially if he's that strong.
Wish I could take it as lightly as you and Yuri.
Alright, so I think it would be a good idea to drop off right here first. and go do some preparations here in Jormungand. And by preparations, I mean buying a crap ton of items. Because items seem to be the only thing that keep you alive in this game at this point. No, I don't need them. Restock on lemon and pineapple gels. Restock on holy bottles and life bottles. There we go. I'm out of money entirely. I still have at least 50 gold, so I can still stay at the inn if I need to. Let me check. Actually, no. I have no need to stay at the inn. However, saving would be a good idea. Also, I'm assuming I'm getting close to the end of the second arc. So, yeah. I don't know, how close it actually is, but, yeah. Now, how the fuck do I get Baul back down here? Oh, hello. What? When did I pick this up? I'm gonna check what that does real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, that's what it does. Awesome. So I can finally do that. Wait. Oh, I can't do it with repeat. Fine. We get friggin' Judith! Holy crap! That's awesome! Now, how the fuck do I use Baul's horn? Oh, press left stick. There we go. Man, when did I pick that up? When the Can someone please tell me when I picked that up? Because I did not even see it. Oh my god, I passed by this thing. Holy crap. I did not realize that's what that was. So this is where Pharaoh is? Should be. I wasn't able to see him when I came down to the desert, but I think this is where we can meet him. I hope nothing bad will happen. What if he suddenly attacks us? I can't make any guarantees. I don't think we'll have a say in the matter. Carol, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. I should go. Pharaoh sure did pick a bleak place to live in, don't you think? They say this area used to be covered in lush greenery. Why did it turn into a rocky desert? I don't know that much. Estelle, are you really going to meet him? Even though you could be killed? Yes, I've already made my peace with this decision. Rita, you've been acting a little funny ever since hearing Judy's story on the ship. Do you have a problem with meeting Pharaoh? I just think it'd be hard on her to hear what he has to say. But it's too late to turn back now. We've come this far after all.
I never imagined you'd be able to speak with the Entelecheia.
Well, I use a Critian technique to do it. Wait, Do I detect a little jealousy?
Maybe. Right, Repeat?
Yuri, you want to talk to Repeat?
I think the two of you understand each other well enough already.
I got him pretty well figured out, but I don't know if he understands me.
I think he feels the same way.
Can I save? No, I can't. Well, I could go back to the world map and save. That could work. Oh, fuck you, game. That is a dick move. Fine. I'll save here. There. Everything's okay now. So if I suddenly get thrown into a battle where there's no save points, like that fucking Bellius fight... You know, someone told me that is all... Someone also told me that's going to happen again soon, getting thrown into a boss fight with no save points. This is probably it. Is that a hand? It looks like a fucking hand. Holy crap. And the big rock in the center does not please me at all. But holy crap, I'm playing as Judith. That's awesome. That does not please me at all.